Hello, welcome to about a 10-minute exercise, mainly focusing on the leg muscles and the quads specifically, getting into the strength that's necessary for standing, but then also implementing some breathing techniques in order to maintain a lower heart rate and an overall just more relaxed practice. So the first exercise we're going to do is just some simple calf raises. Keep your feet forward and elevate your heels off the ground, engaging your calves. We're going to go through about 10 repetitions of this, but make them slow and controlled, feeling the contraction of your calves all the way down your legs. We're just getting some blood flowing into our legs, bringing our connection into our legs, away from our thoughts, away from any imposing ideas or worries. Focus on the contraction of the calves as the heels lift off the ground. Once you've completed 10 repetitions, move your feet forward a little bit. And now elevate your toes off the ground, engaging the front of your lower leg, the muscles on the outsides of your shins. We're going to go through 15 repetitions of these. As we exercise one side of the leg, we engage the other. Do not want to create any form of imbalance, which could lead to injury or muscle strains. Now, position yourself comfortably in your seat, hands firmly on your armrests if you have them. And here we will be raising both of our legs off of the ground and pushing our legs to the sides, as I see here. Once you bring them out to the side, bring them right back to the center. We're going to be doing 15 repetitions of this. Now, the range of motion is what's important here. Try to push to your limit, but don't make it uncomfortable for yourself. Here we're beginning to engage our core and our glute muscles. Practicing picking up those legs with the strength of your hips and abs alone. If you need to lean back in your seat, it's perfectly fine. Once you've completed your 15 repetitions, stay in the same position. If you have a backrest, it is okay to lean against it. But I want you to quickly take a few breaths. Now we will begin the quad strengthening portion of this exercise. First position will be simply extending both legs forward. It may be difficult to do this while leaning forwards, or lean backwards if you need to. Again, we're going to be doing 15 repetitions. Try to take a small pause as your legs are extended before releasing them back to the ground. and then again a pause on the ground before they are re-extended. Once you finish your 15 reps, again, take 5 deep breaths. Now, we'll be following a similar exercise. Now that our quads have been fatigued, we're going to be isolating one leg at a time in order to really emphasize the strength in the quad. The way we will do so is by crossing one foot on top of our other shin and rebending our leg. Now, as this leg is weighing against this shin, we will try to extend the leg. You may not be able to fully extend the leg on this side, but any type of straightening past the angle that it is at now is fine. Again, let's run through 10 reps. Slow, controlled, with minor pauses at the top and at the bottom. Once you've completed the 10 repetitions on that side, immediately move into the next 10 repetitions on the opposite side. There's no rush, but once you finish your 10 repetitions on both legs, again, breathe deeply for 5 repetitions. Into your stomach, into your chest, and then out through your nose. Our next exercise is going to be challenging and is going to be up to whatever difficulty level you decide to pursue. The intention is going to be to practice standing straight up without the support of your arms. You're going to put all of your weight into your feet, lean forward, and elevate yourself. If you can only manage to get to a half stand before having to sit back down, that is perfectly fine. And if you are only able to lean forward and get the weight into your legs for forward resting, again, it's perfectly fine. Your butt does not have to leave the seat at all for a repetition to be counted, but make sure you do your best to lean forward, put your weight into your feet, into your legs entirely. This is the best form of practice for beginning to gain the strength again to stand without the use of your hands. So let's practice with 10 repetitions. Lean forward into your feet, stand. Sit back down. This is a practice of balance just as it is a practice of strength. We're going through the motions of changing the weight distribution from your heels to your toes, back into your heels, back into your seat. And this practice is extremely beneficial for teaching your legs again how to transfer weight through them. At any point, if you need to take a rest in between repetitions, that is perfectly fine. Once you've completed your repetitions, remain seated and breathe again 5 times deeply. Our final leg strengthening exercise will be along the same pattern that we just experienced. However, instead of targeting both legs to use while standing, you're going to try to emphasize putting weight into one leg at a time. Now, your other leg is still going to remain on the floor in order to maintain your balance, but you try to imagine that all of your weight is being pushed into one foot as you try to stand. Let's practice. Leaning forward, start with your right leg. Putting all of your weight into your right foot, centering your body over your right knee, and standing. Sit back down. The expectation is not that you will be able to stand up on one foot, but again, you are practicing distributing your weight through your heel, back into your toe, back into your heel. As high as you can get up off of the seat is as much as you need. If you can't elevate at all, again, it's part of the practice. Left foot next. Right foot. Go at your own pace. "20 total repetitions. Again, if you must pause between reps, that's perfectly fine. Invite a few deep breaths, focusing on your balance. Once you've concluded the 20 repetitions, remain seated. At this point, your quads are full of blood and your body is completely used to the feeling of shifting your weight from your heels to your toes. Overnight, this experience will be processed into your brain fully and will increase your ability to stand. It's funny how the body works on training itself through patterns. Our next exercise is going to be focused on the upper body, not as a means of strengthening, but more so circulation, mobility, and calming. Hands are going to start at your center, move out to the side, back up top, down to the center. As your hands move out to the side, begin your inhale. As they move to the top, continue the inhale, and as they drop, take a deep exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Let your breathing return to normal. It's the end of this guided exercise. I hope you enjoyed the leg strengthening circuits that I brought you through. Feel free to practice them on your own next time you're watching TV. Next time you're sitting and doing anything remotely, maybe think about bringing some blood flow into your calves by raising your heels, or into your legs by pressing them into the ground. The practice of using your body is constant. In order to provide lasting strength in your limbs, you must use them. And if you're constantly assisting yourself by using your arms to get up, then you're not allowing your quads and your lower legs to use the force. And then you lose practice. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. So long.